I mean, just back in that corner, I see a lot of vintage computing stuff. It always makes me wonder how much money I spent back in the day. But that's me being an old guy. All right.
You've got your sign in. If you could do our QR sign in, that would be nice.
Okay, this is not yours.
Oh, that's your
Yes,
your
this
QR.
is- So, I was gonna say, if anybody's interested, so do you have a sign in?
Oh, ours is on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can check in on there, there's a separate
Thank
thing.
you,
They had
thank
they used a Eventbrite, I believe, is what you used for that?
Yep.
Okay, I was not aware of that, you didn't send me the link.
Well, yeah.
What I have here, though, is a QR code for the New England synth community on Discord. So if you're interested in chatting with some other folks about synths and all sorts of things, do you want to get that? Sure. Please feel free to follow that and join up. It is a cool community, and it's over all of New England, so you find out about events in all sorts of different places. So please check out that stuff. We have these up here. So we're going to start out with Michael Gilbert. So, go for it. I think you're already turned up.
Hi, my name is Michael Gilbert. I'm a composer and recording artist. I work primarily with electronic music, but not exclusively. The reason I'm here today is I've been coming to these for a long time, and you guys here at M5 have a wonderful place. I really appreciate it, and here it is possible. Thank you. I recently got, some months ago, but recently, this new synth, which is a Solar, Elta Music in Riga. And it primarily got it for doing live performance. I found that with a Eurorack rig, I would be 4 weeks of prepping and tweaking and everything, and preparing for a performance, and then I couldn't use it in the studio at the same time, and I don't have 2 rigs. So I bought this. And I brought it to share with the other members of the group that meets here. It's a fascinating little instrument. It has 4 voices, 5 oscillators each as drone voices. It has 2 noise oscillator hybrid drone voices. It has 2 regular VCOs. It has lots of little inputs. It has a sequencer keyboard, key switches, multi-mode filter that can be switched, and it has its own little effects processor. The effects processor works with these little old-fashioned little circuit cards that have essentially ROMs on them. And when you get it, it comes with a whole slew of DSP effects all available on little cards, and the ability to create your own. It's a wonderful instrument. It's geared towards people making more ambient music, but the downside of it is, and which is why I'm not playing today, is that the oscillators, especially the drone voices, are incredibly unstable. Which means that if I wanted to play something tonal with this, let's see if I turn everything else off. I can give you a drone voice. That's not terribly in tune. And the reason it's not terribly in tune is because it was in tune in my studio, put it in the car, drove here, and now it's not in tune. So it's an issue for playing tonal music. If you have this drone, and you just tune it, it's an ambient sound source. And interestingly enough, that's not even linear. To add more to the fun, each oscillator changes pitch by different amounts. You may ask, well, why the heck did you buy it? I bought it because having been doing this now for 50 years, there was no way I could evaluate this without having it and playing with it. And so in the time that I've had it, I've been recording an album on it, but I don't feel comfortable playing it live because it's not how my neurodivergent process works, which is basically I need to prep in advance and have it ready to go. And even coming here, if I came here early, tuning this, it wouldn't work in this kind of a noisy, distracted environment. Along with this, I have this. You may wonder what the little screen is. This is a little portable notebook. I use it essentially as a tablet. And what am I doing with it? Light? Yeah, I can't see.
There's a USB.
Nope, I got it. I bought it because I'm so used to working in the box at home with PSTs or audio units in a computer workstation. And I wanted some of that with me, but I work in Mac. That's my 5 minutes.
No, keep going, Finish that. Finish your thought.
I was going to this is a special case.
Yeah.
This is a percussion application running on the laptop. And it enables me to bring some of the computer-based instruments along with me. And I don't run anything through this. It's not creating anything. But I use it as an external source, as an alternative to having gotten some kind of drum machine. Anyway, if anybody has any further questions, because it's a short amount of time, I'll be happy to hang out. And I brought headphones, so if anybody's curious enough to want to try it, you're welcome to explore.
Next up is Alan.
Okay.
You're in there? Yeah.
Okay.
We can test volumes
Yep.
in just a moment. Just want to get to the mute buttons.
Let's see that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And then.
All right. So next up is Alan. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pull those out. You can pull those out. Alex? Grab that direct box there. Just bring it over to you. I wanted to bring it this way.
Girl, that
actually,
pussy, I didn't expect it
but I will
to just sound right.
your
I
perspective.
thought it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Thanks.
good.
Yeah.
All right, so, start my thing here. Okay. So for my performance-ration, if you will, I have this Soma Labs Flux. And if anybody familiar with a theremin? All right, so you know that's the instrument you play without touching. Classic theremin joke is, I'm thinking about selling my theremin, I haven't touched it in years. So, this is a similar thing, although this is magnets. So this has two magnets that are called bows. They're kind of like, they're shaped, you know, a little, like a bobbin or something, or this thimble. And you are then interacting with a magnetic field over the surface. So, let's turn that up a little bit more, so over here. So like a theremin, you have the, more volume, okay, we'll do like a theremin, you have control over the volume and the pitch, but that's all now with one hand. And now I have another hand with another bow that I can now control parameters of the sound over another sensor here. Not too much happening in this one, it's more like a classic theremin. So you can use it, you can control actually about 12 different parameters with just these two bows over this surface. The other thing you can do is turn the magnets over. In this case, it's using an octave shift. Other temporal shifts with it. So let me see if I can do something real quick with this. And by the way, you select a preset by hitting the preset button and using this as a slider, essentially to select the preset. So. This needs to be louder. Turn up the volume.
I think I'm already plugged into your DI. Well, I can hear buzz.
Guess we do.
The only thing that's up.
Hardware interface to plug that. Software connection out to
It did sound like 14. I was like, it sounds very similar.
I'm sick of computers being not made for art. They're making computers for art.
They are made for art.
They were. Now they're made for making money for your boss. So
Next
fuck
up
that.
is Stephen, and you have some announcements first about the Art Foundation?
Yeah, I'll tell you a couple of things. So, hi, my name's Steve DeJesus. I'm an emissary from your sister meetup to the east in Waltham, which is also going on today. We have a very nice meetup in Waltham once a month. You can find it on most of the socials, hosted by a guy named Sam Holland, who goes under the name Metal Tiger. Love to see any of you there. It's a very similar format, short sets by anyone who shows up with stuff to play. In addition to that, I volunteer for an organization called the Alan R. Perlman Foundation. Alan R. Perlman is the engineer behind the ARC synthesizer. Those are his initials in the name ARC. And this year would be the his 100th birthday. And the foundation has been holding events all year in celebration of that. I have here a couple of the CD that we put out in celebration of the centennial. There's three discs in here of music by all current players on all vintage ARC synthesizers. I have them here for $20 if you want. You can get them on the ARC Foundation website as well. And I have some free stickers for you here if you'd like to draw. If you have any interest in vintage synths, look up the ARC Foundation. We sponsor a lot of activities throughout the year, mostly around here in the Boston area mostly. And the next one coming up is in April 9th, which is a weeknight. It's going to be a concert at Berkeley with some of Berkeley's faculty and some friends of the ARC Foundation who are typically artists with some renown for their work on the art. So please look up the ARC Foundation if you're into vintage synth. What I'm going to talk to you today is two friends of mine here, one old friend and one new friend. The old friend is this keyboard, which is a Nord modular keyboard called the modular G2X. That's the second generation extended keyboard, which makes this a fairly rare keyboard. The idea of these was at a time when PCs and Macs weren't really up to running plugins yet. This was kind of a stopgap, I think, technology. It only made sense for a while. But, you operate this keyboard connected to a PC that's running its editor software, and in the editor, it's a modular synthesizer. There's modules that you literally run cables from one to the next, just as you would a real-world modular. Then you download those programs that you have built or that you want to use into the main keyboard, and then you can take it away and use it. It has very nice playing features, several displays, a bunch of knobs, a bunch of switches that you can program to give you direct access to patch parameters. The new friend I'm playing it with today is a pedal from Hologram Electronics called the Microcosm. This is a really, really interesting digital pedal. It's kind of like you're playing into a booth where there's a really imaginative engineer throwing all kinds of stuff on what you're playing, depending on which patch you're in. But it has micro loops, granular, a multi-tap delay, and a glitch section, and then multiple patches underneath each of those. It does really interesting things with rhythms and also with more standard systems. So I'm going to fool around with a little of that with you today. Let's see.
There we go.
Okay, right, cool. My name's Jason, the oddball. Whole bunch of DIY stuff that I've put together, assembled, or screwed with in one way or another. Really like electromechanical stuff. I've got a mechanical tape delay over here, which survived the drop, if anyone wanted to know. The record player is actually controlled by CV. I've got that hooked up to a random CD generator, so it kind of just spits out whatever it wants. So that's a news record from like 1956, memory serves. And that's pretty much it.
students, check out what he has brought, because he built all of that stuff.
Every last bit of it, actually.
Throughs and inputs.
Yeah.
So I'll give you, and let me know if you're getting,
Very good.
So my name is Steve. I perform as Thunder Ghosts. I teach synthesis at Mercy University in the Hudson Valley. Delighted to be performing for the first time in the Pioneer Valley. So thank you for having me.
over there. Input. Yeah, there's input and through, so you need to, okay. All right, you got a good level there?
There. Okay, before I start, a little thought.
Oh, whatever you want.
That's intentional.
Everything is intentional.
This is a neuron. It's, you know, what we call our nerves, and it's what carries signals through our bodies so that I can twiddle knobs to tell my fingers to do that. And also carries, you know, how we process audio to my brain so I know to twiddle that knob, creating a nice little feedback network. And anybody who knows me, I've been here before, knows that I love feedback, so you can kind of see why that's interesting. And why I might tell you about this, because neurons are pretty similar to a lot of things that we have in our synthesizers, because they're kind of a fancy mixer. They take in signals through dendrites. Those signals may or may not be attenuated because of like chemical makeups inside of the cell. And then all of that goes out through the axon. So that's basically a mixer, right? But it's a special mixer because there's a thing called action potential. The signals don't all go straight out. It has to achieve a certain level before continuing out the axon. That's basically a comparator or a nonlinear transform that we use in synthesis. And a cool thing about that is this famous guy, you may have heard of, David Tudor, has several pieces that he called neural synthesis based on this idea. Basically taking multiples of that in a synthesizer via matrix mixing, creating a neural network that then creates sound. So I've built this system here focused on his ideas that I read in this beautiful book that I highly recommend. And the way my spin on it is that I interact via touch plates. These little things made by Landscape Audio, they're called all flesh. You just touch them and use your body as a conductive source. Then I have a larger one that has other circuits built in. And so the sounds can be kind of harsh and not great. But my wife often asks if it tickles my brain, and the answer is yes. And with these touch plates, I can tickle it back, if you will. So yeah, I'm gonna mess around with this today and let you all hear what it sounds like, and maybe it'll tickle your brains too.